And let me bring in my guest now. Reagen Allen is the Western Cape Provincial Minister of Community Safety and Police Oversight, joining us live from Western Cape, South Africa. So Reagen, 75 people killed every day in South Africa. That's one murder almost every 20 minutes. Murder rates at a 20-year high. What's your analysis? Why are there so many murders in South Africa?
Well, thank you so much for bringing me into this difficult conversation. The area that you've highlighted in the segment before this is the area where I grew up. It's the area where my family is still residing. And when we look at policing, we have consistently echoed that we have a severe under-resourcing in terms of the amount of numbers in SAPs, the police that we actually require. This is also fueled by a criminal justice system in our country that has collapsed. It has collapsed from our correctional services, which is unable to ultimately rehabilitate offenders. It is unable to make sure that those that are incarcerated are actually then rehabilitated. But on the other hand, we need roughly an additional 11,000 South African Police Service members in our areas, because the severe under-resourcing that we have seen from national government has played a major role in the violence that we have seen in Cape Town, but also in the Western Cape. Hence, as a Western Cape government, we have actually placed 1,300 of our lead officers into the areas like Mitchell's Plain, like Khayelitsha, in order to make sure that we can breach the gap in terms of the resources that we need.
But so far you haven't been able to, though. I mean, we're talking about carjackings, robberies, kidnappings. You are, in fact, the Provincial Minister of Police Oversight. What kind of responsibility do you have to make sure that citizens are safe?
Let me explain it in the following way. So we have an oversight role. I've always maintained that our oversight must lead to better service delivery. I can confirm between 2019 and the end of last year, the Western Cape was actually the only province that saw a decrease in the murder rate for that particular period. When we look at provinces like Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, and Eastern Cape, all priority provinces, they saw a double-digit increase in their murder rate. Here in our province, we actually saw a reduction over that particular period, but we are not happy with that particular reduction, because we are wanting to ensure that our residents can live in a place where they have dignity, where they actually can be safe. Hence, as a province, we have consistently said, give the province of the Western Cape the powers to manage the South African Police Service, so that we can ensure that our policing needs and priorities are actually taken into account. So we have definitely stepped up, because even though we don't have the mandate of policing, we have already placed 1,300 law enforcement officers in those murder hotspots, because we have seen the national government do policing the same every year, expecting different results. We are saying devolve that power to a provincial government that is capable, that is showing on every metric that we are actually making strides, but we know we have a very long way to go.
You sure do. Reagen Allen, the Western Cape Provincial Minister of Community Safety and Police Oversight. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here on TRT World.